anything that Evergrande can sell to raise money is going to help. You have to bear in mind, of course, that there's $305 billion of liabilities, so they're not going to be able to raise that. But they do have subsidiaries. They have, for example, China Evergrande New Energy Vehicle, which is their electric vehicle subsidiary. It hasn't yet built a single car, but nevertheless, it's listed here in Hong Kong on the stock exchange. Its share price has plummeted. It's down about 85, 90% since the beginning of the year. But nevertheless, they would like to sell that. They would like to sell their property services developer here in Hong Kong, just to try and raise some money so that they can try and finish these apartments that they're building across China.
And so what is Beijing doing about all this?
Well, it's a dilemma for Beijing. It doesn't want to bail Evergrande out, clearly. It doesn't like having these types of sort of risks in the system where companies think and investors think they are too big to fail. And it wants to get rid of that notion that any company really, however big, is too big to fail. But the reality is, in some ways, certainly for the domestic market, Evergrande is too big to fail. It owes too much money to too many people. So Beijing's priority is going to be to try and get other developers to take over these unfinished projects and then go and finish them, so that the people who have deposited the money can then go and move into these apartments. So their first priority is going to be protecting these home buyers who have given large amounts of money to Evergrande, so that they will actually eventually get their property.
Evergrande has been compared to the Lehman Brothers. Do you think this is a fair comparison?
I don't think it is. For it to be compared to Lehman Brothers, then really Evergrande needs to have a much larger importance than it has in the global financial system. It's important in the Chinese financial system, but it's nowhere near as important in the global financial system. And you have to remember what Lehman Brothers did, the bankruptcy of Lehman's. It caused the US credit markets to freeze up. Now, the US dollar is the world's reserve currency. So if US funding freezes and the US bond markets freeze, that causes a problem all around the world. Now, the Chinese yuan, while indeed its importance has been growing over recent years, it is nowhere near as important as the US dollar to the global financial system. So what will probably happen in financial terms is that this will be contained within China. It may well cause pain in China, and it will cause some pain for those offshore bondholders who won't get their money back, but it will be largely contained on the mainland.